II is for athletes with intellectual disabilities, but for those people who've got additional significant impairments. In II2, you might see quite a lot of athletes with Down syndrome competing. This is not a class specifically for Down syndrome athletes, but it happens that as part of the syndrome of having Down syndrome comes other physical or sensory issues alongside intellectual disabilities, which means that they have more significant impairments. So functionally, they are more impaired or can be more impaired than other athletes who might not have that syndrome. So it's very common to see athletes with Down syndrome who have some respiratory issues or cardiac issues or sensory issues that impact upon their sports performance, which means that they can't quite compete as fairly against athletes who are competing in our I1 category. So it's fair that they're competing alongside other athletes, some of which who have Down syndrome and other athletes who don't have Down syndrome but who have similar levels of intellectual impairment. It means they can compete fairly together.
I think it's just a really big opportunity for the Down syndrome community because the II2 class opens up a whole range of new opportunities for athletes with Down syndrome to participate and compete, and ultimately more opportunities for athletes with Down syndrome can only be a good thing. Beyond that, being a part of sport is a human right, and it's a really big tool for inclusion, and for children and adults with Down syndrome to be a part of their community. So I think it's got a lot of really important benefits.
طبعا دي حاجة حقيقية جدا. هو غير فعلا حياتي كتير. خلاني ان انا اقدر انظم وقتي، انظم يومي. خلاني ان انا اعمل يعني يديني الثقة بالنفس ويديني الحماس والقدرة ان انا اشتغل وان انا اوري المجتمع ان احنا بنقدر نشتغل على نفسنا وان احنا نقدر نعمل حاجات كتير ونقدر نفتح مجالات جديدة، وان احنا قد التحدي. مفيش حاجة تخلينا نقف او اي حاجة توقفنا. ولما برضو كنت لسه عايزة اقول حاجة برضو ان اي حد عاوز اي حد عاوز يشتغل لازم يحط هدف قدامه عشان يعرف يوصل له، لازم يتعب عشان يعرف يوصل له. وان برضو اي انسان له قدرات مهما كانت بسيطة لازم تتقدر وكمان تحترم، والرياضة هي علمتني الكلام ده كله.
The exercises make me feel stronger, and my composure and concentration is much better than it was before I became fit. Being fit and doing sport helps me to control my weight, and I don't get tired when I work every day or travel, which I often do.
I think on an individual level, it really helps people develop their confidence, and it gives them a sense of well-being and achievement, which is really important. But on a broader sense, I think it also helps people be part of something and to be part of their communities and to play alongside their peers and to be to develop social networks, which I think is really important. And I think sport has a really powerful role to play in breaking down barriers and stigma, which we've seen in our communities with people with Down syndrome. I hope in the long run that the International Paralympic Committee will recognise the category and we'll see athletes with Down syndrome competing at the Paralympics.